Hey neighbors, here in July for us in South Georgia, a lot of our garden is turned upside down. Our tomatoes pretty much got burned up. A lot of our spring crops is pretty much toast. It's time for us to start flipping some things over. But you know, we still got some things looking great here. Our herb garden here is just looking wonderful. Okra is looking good. We got flowers blooming. Life is good. Today I want to just talk to you about a situation we're kind of in here at Hoss. We're being sued by a lady. It's actually a class action lawsuit. A lady that's blind can't use our website and she is suing us. And this has been going on for a few weeks. And I really hadn't talked to anybody about it. In fact, there's only a couple of people here that even know about it. I ain't said nothing to nobody. But I got thinking about it last night. This thing's kind of progressed a little bit. I just want to let you know what's going on. Well, a few weeks ago, I was at the post office and they said, Greg, you got a certified letter up here. Now, I have never had a good certified letter, so I knew it was something that probably wasn't real good. So I got it, opened it up, and I seen in there that we was being sued by this lady for because she couldn't work our website because she was blind. And I thought, man, this don't sound right. I'm gonna just ignore it. So I did. A few weeks later, I got another certified letter. I didn't accept it. I just let it go back. And then got served papers physically. So they called me and said, somebody's up at the front office want to see you. It wasn't the deputy sheriff. It was an older guy that I guess I'm not up to date on this legal stuff. He goes around and serves people's papers. A nice guy. I mean, he's just doing a part-time gig and served me papers. And I looked at it a little deeper then. I understood a little bit more about it. So there is this thing, if you're not familiar with it, called the American Disabilities Act, which is a law that makes sure that businesses provide access to people with disabilities, which is a great thing. But it's carried probably a little bit too far. And people that have websites, these small businesses, this has been going on for a while. I just hadn't been hit with it. But I've got people that I know that have been hit with these type lawsuits. What happens is big law firms will search out these people with disabilities and they will use them as a class action lawsuit against a smaller company because they don't go after the Walmart and the Home Depots. They go after smaller people that they can basically get money out of. She is suing us. Now this lady, I'm not going to give you her name, but they didn't give me her address or phone number, probably for good reason, because I would have called her up and said, look here, can I help you? I'll do whatever I can to help you. But she really don't want no help. She just wants money. The law firm that's handling this is out of New York, Brooklyn, New York, which stands to reason, doesn't it? And then the lawsuit was filed in Chicago. So I'm assuming this lady here lives in Chicago that's, let's just call her Karen because I'm not going to say her name. But Karen lives in Chicago, the best I can figure. So Karen lives in Chicago and she can't access our website because she's blind, so she's suing us. Well, the weird thing is after I got this lawsuit, I started getting emails from law companies, from lawyers saying, we represent companies that's getting sued against this American Disabilities Act. And I thought to myself, man, ain't that weird? They're already trying to get me to hire them to defend me. So it kind of lets you know it's all a money grab there. What has happened in the past with some of the people I know that have had this happen is they hire one of these law firms that specialize in defending you on this, pay them $5,000 or $10,000, and they settle with these people out of court. They give them a settlement of a few $1,000s. And it just really irks my soul that this has happened. So what I've done, most people when they get this kind of stuff, they panic and would go hire them a lawyer immediately. I didn't do that. You call me a little bit stubborn. I can be stubborn, I can be hard-headed, and I just thought to myself, I ain't gonna do nothing. What they gonna do? They gonna come down here and get me? So I didn't really think it would get to the point where I got actually physically served papers, but it did. So I've still not done anything, hired anything, and I don't, be honest with you, know what I'm supposed to do besides go give a lawyer a bunch of money, and that irritates me to the depths of my soul, okay? She is suing us, and I'm gonna read you just a little bit of what it says here. Now, by the way, let's talk about people with disabilities. I've got a family member that's got a disability. I got a good friend of mine that's blind, and I'll go pick him up every now and then at lunch and carry him to lunch. So if anybody's got more compassion for somebody that's got a disability, I'm not saying that he's not, because there's some good-hearted people out there, but I feel like I'm as compassionate as the normal person is. But man, this thing, you see how thick it is right there? It's got all kind of stuff in there. And now look here, Karen, I doubt seriously Karen's a gardener and she ever went to our website. What has happened in my mind is they picked her up because she's probably done several of these lawsuits, whatever, with this company, and they just keep targeting little small companies like us, and they keep getting these settlements on it. They find them a little gold mine there. All right, it says, however, Karen has encountered multiple accessibility barriers that prevented her from completing her order on our website. And it lists out some of the things that we should have been doing, like we should, on the menu, it's really detailed stuff. We should show options, controls on the category page, and functionality buttons, and things were not programmably coded correctly, and all this kind of stuff that's listed out. It's just junk, okay? These things are happening a lot. I know a lot of people that's got sued on them, and I don't know of anybody that's not pretty much settled with them. I don't think I'm gonna do that at this point. I'm not saying I won't. It comes to a point, they come down here and gonna put me in jail. I may end up doing more than I'm gonna say I'm gonna do. But at this point, I'm just gonna kind of ignore it, kind of hope it goes away. May be a huge mistake, but I'm gonna give it a try to see. But you know what? Here we are in this country, in this type of situation here. Now we're a little small, what I consider a small business, 25 employees or less, down here living the best life, out here in the country, gardening, just trying to do the right thing, and have to deal with stuff like this right here. Now our politicians really want something to do. They should address this kind of stuff right here and let us, Americans, create jobs, let us do our thing, let us live our life without having these lawyers out there and these big law firms out here trying to figure out how they can get a bunch of money without really having to do anything. I'm a country boy at heart. I was raised out here in the country. And let me tell you something, boy, this kind of stuff right here just eats at my soul. And I think it would eat at most anybody that's in this situation right here. It's just not right. But you know what? That's part of what we deal with here. I've often told my kids when they was coming up, when they had a complaint about the teacher wasn't fair and all that, I said, look here, that's life. You just will figure out how to deal with it. And that's pretty much where we at. Life ain't fair, and we're gonna have to figure out how to deal with it. But man, it really burns you up when you get out here and you sweat, you work, and you try to create something, and you got somebody like this right here that kind of comes in there and tries to take it away from you. But on a brighter note, our Hoss butternut squash is coming to an end, and man, we have made one heck of a crop this time. Now, Evan, that works with me, a younger guy, convinced me he wanted to try growing them on trellis this year. I've never grown winter squash on trellis. I said, Evan, I don't know, man. I said, some of them fruits is heavy. I don't think they're gonna hold up. I don't think it's gonna work. It worked pretty dadgum good. Kept the wireworms out of our squash. And look here, man, ain't they some pretty ones we made earlier? Now they're really ready to harvest. We're gonna give them a couple more days, but they're getting real thick skin there, and the thing there is the vine there is starting to harden off. So we got several of them right here. And look here, for me and Mama Hoss, that's a meal right there. And we love winter squash. So they have some upside, okay? Things are looking good. Hey, I appreciate you letting me vent a little bit today. It can get tough sometimes. Life is really, really good out here in the country growing your own food. But sometimes things just kind of get under my skin. And that dadgum lawsuit has really gotten underneath my skin. Now, I don't know what's going to be the outcome of it. So, thanks for letting me vent.